The Sykes-Picot Agreement of 1916 and its aftermath significantly shaped the modern Middle East, creating artificial borders and political structures that continue to fuel conflicts. This explainer video gives you a more detailed analysis, enriched with examples to illustrate its enduring consequences. 1. Creation of artificial borders. The arbitrary division of the Ottoman Empire disregarded ethnic, religious, and cultural realities, creating states that lacked unity. Examples include Iraq. Ethnic and sectarian tensions. Iraq was created by combining three Ottoman provinces. Mosul, predominantly Kurdish. Baghdad, Sunni Arab majority. Basra, Shia Arab majority. These groups had distinct histories, cultures, and political aspirations, leading to long-standing instability. The Sunni minority historically dominated Iraq under leaders like Saddam Hussein, marginalizing the Shia majority and the Kurdish population. Post-2003 U.S. invasion, sectarian violence erupted between Sunni and Shia factions, exemplified by groups like ISIS capitalizing on these divisions. Syria and Lebanon. French mandate policies. France divided Syria into smaller regions based on sectarian lines, such as Alawite and Druze states, fostering divisions rather than unity. Lebanon. Borders were drawn to favor Maronite Christians, with a system of confessional politics, power sharing based on religion. This imbalance contributed to the Lebanese Civil War, 1975 to 1990, fought between Christian, Muslim, and Palestinian factions. 2. The betrayal of Arab aspirations. Hussein McMahon Correspondence, 1915 to 1916. Britain promised Sharif Hussein of Mecca an independent Arab state in exchange for supporting the war effort against the Ottoman Empire. The Sykes-Picot Agreement directly contradicted this promise, as the territories promised to Arabs were divided between Britain and France. Example: the Arab Revolt, 1916 to 1918, led by Hussein's sons Faisal and Abdullah, was based on the expectation of Arab independence. Instead, Faisal's short-lived kingdom in Syria was dismantled by French forces at the Battle of Massillon, 1920, and British control in Iraq and Jordan replaced the promised independence. 3. The roots of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The Sykes-Picot Agreement indirectly set the stage for one of the Middle East's most enduring conflicts by creating British control over Palestine. This control coincided with the Balfour Declaration, 1917, in which Britain supported the establishment of a Jewish homeland. Conflicting promises. To Arabs, Britain promised Sharif Hussein that Palestine would be part of the independent Arab state. To Zionists, Britain promised a Jewish homeland, as outlined in the Balfour Declaration. Consequences. The influx of Jewish immigrants to Palestine during the British Mandate led to tensions with the Arab population, resulting in violence. Hebron Massacre, 1929, an attack by Arabs on Jewish residents in Hebron. Arab Revolt, 1936 to 1939, Arabs revolted against British rule and Jewish immigration. These tensions escalated into the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, the Nakba, Palestinian displacement, and the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. 4. Marginalization of the Kurds. Kurdish aspirations denied. The Kurds, an ethnic group spread across modern-day Iraq, Turkey, Syria, and Iran, were promised autonomy under Woodrow Wilson's 14 points after World War I. The Treaty of Sèvres, 1920, hinted at Kurdish independence, but it was abandoned in the Treaty of Lausanne, 1923, due to Turkish resistance. Example: in Iraq, Kurds faced persecution under Saddam Hussein, including the Anfal Campaign, 1986 to 1989, where chemical weapons were used against Kurdish civilians. In Turkey, Kurds were denied cultural and political rights, leading to a decades-long insurgency by the PKK, Kurdistan Workers' Party. 5. Continued Western interference. The artificial states created by Sykes-Picot facilitated ongoing Western intervention, often driven by the region's oil wealth. Examples include Iran and the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company. Western powers exploited Iran's oil resources, with Britain dominating the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company. Iranian Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh's nationalization of oil in 1951 led to a CIA and MI6-backed coup in 1953, reinstating the Shah's authoritarian rule and fueling anti-Western sentiment. Iraq. Western powers backed Saddam Hussein during the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988, but later turned against him during the Gulf War, 1990 to 1991, and the 2003 invasion. The power vacuum created after Saddam's removal allowed sectarian violence and the rise of ISIS. 6. Rise of extremism. The Sykes-Picot legacy of instability and sectarianism has been a fertile ground for extremism. ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, exploited the artificial borders, declaring a caliphate that erased the Sykes-Picot lines. The group's propaganda often referenced the betrayal of Arab and Muslim aspirations by Western powers during and after World War I. 7. Modern-day relevance. Syrian Civil War, 2011, present. The war has roots in the divisions created during the French Mandate. The Alawite-dominated Assad regime has faced opposition from Sunni-majority factions, with regional and global powers intervening, mirroring the colonial-era rivalries. Iraq's sectarian struggles. The sectarian divide created under British rule has persisted, with Shia-majority governments facing Sunni insurgencies and Kurdish separatism. If you like this video, please encourage our team by clicking like button and subscribe our channel. This will motivate us to make more such videos.